like that. James Bonner throwing it deep, about what, 50 yards down the field against three guys. Look at that. That's just not fair. It is just not fair. What is going on, everybody? What would have happened if Giannis decided to play football instead of basketball? We always do LeBron James Sims in Madden because it's always interesting. He's got that body type just like an NFL player. But I'm going to do a little bit different. We're going to put Giannis into Madden, into the draft pool, along with Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle in this upcoming draft. And we're going to see what happens. We're going to follow him throughout his entire career. We're going to play with him a little bit. I mean, the dude's 6'7", 220 pounds. This is going to be fun. Stick around. Let's get started. All right, everybody, here we are. We've got the draft pulled up. I'm currently rocking with the Carolina Panthers, but we're going to switch to whatever team decides to draft Giannis. We've got Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith. I put Giannis in at third, and obviously he had to have a college. I decided to go the Air Force because that man can fly. Now, that was a terrible joke, but he is the top three and 6'11", 227. I mean, this dude's legit. Let's get this draft started. All right, everybody, here we go, and it looks like Giannis is going to the Lions. So this is going to be interesting. We've got Giannis with the Lions. We actually need to switch over Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. So Giannis is going to be paired up with Jared Goff. And man, Jared Goff got the sweet end of the deal, I think, on this one. Going with an 85 overall Giannis. Let's look at these stats. All right, so here is a look at the Lions offense. So we got Jared Goff in there. It looks like they did not re-sign Kenny Golladay. He went to the Washington football team in this simulation. But here we go. We've got the Greek Freak, 85 overall, hidden development trait. And I mean, this dude is legit, right? Deep threat, 85 overall, slot is 80, 78 route, and 78 physical. We know Giannis is a big guy who likes to jump. And let's look at these ratings right quick. 88 speed, 97 acceleration. You know, he's got those long strides. He can catch people down. Got good catching traffic. Short route running really is not that good, I guess, because he doesn't have that quick speed off the burst. Medium route running and deep route is where this dude is going to live. Spectacular catch, tall, can jump. You know, he's got a 99 jumping. I mean, guys, this is looking good. This is looking good. So we've got a really exciting player here. We're going to jump into this first game because I want to throw a few balls to him and just see how this is going to go. Let's do it. All right, everybody, here we go. First game of Giannis's career, and we're going to play the moments. I got this on arcade mode because, you know, this is just for fun. So we'll see Giannis probably mossing some people, going up against some very smaller players, that's for sure. But let's get this started. This is going to be fun. All right, everybody, here we are going up against the Bears on the first play of the drive. I had a delay of penalty because I wasn't paying attention. And we are going to, let's throw this deep. We're throwing it deep right off the bat. We've got to see what Giannis has to offer here. This is going to be fun. Oh, there he is. Throw it deep. Look how big he is. Oh my God. This is ridiculous, guys. Look at how tall Giannis towers over the defender. First catch of his career is 46 yards. Let's look at this replay. And this is just not going to be fair, guys. I mean, double team, just high points the ball. I mean, his butt is on top of his head. You know, this is going to be bad. All right, here we go. We're going to give it right back to Giannis, do a little play action. Let's see how this, how he is in space. Can he truck anybody? Nah, he doesn't have the strength. I did not give him a lot of strength. He's all just deep ball catch ability. So let's throw it deep again to him. Where we got him? Oh, he's on the outside. Let's just run a streak. And this should, let's see if he can't high point it. And oh my goodness. This is just too easy. Giannis is unstoppable. All right, here we go. We're in the end zone, and you know it. We're going to keep throwing this ball to, oh my, I just thought that was going to be intercepted. What? Look, watch this. Oh my God. Arcade mode is ridiculous. Giannis, the Greek Freak, is unstoppable. This is crazy. All right, here we go. Back in the red zone again, and this is where Giannis shines, guys. This is what we're going to do. We're going to give it to him. We're only up by 2, so this is third down. We actually need to score here. Let's, there he is. Picking up the third down. Big catch. He's even clutch, guys. Third down. Here we are, needing to score to keep a good distance lead away from the Bears. And you know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. This is just throwing it deep. This is deep ball sim. Oh, this is stupid. 6'11", 225 pounds, 3 touchdowns on his opening game of his career. And I think it's safe to say that we have got a superstar on our hands. All right, guys, here we go. Into the game stats. Giannis, 10 catches, 167 yards through the air with 3 touchdowns. And he almost got outshined by Allen Robinson on the Bears. He had 6, 138 for 2. So this was a passing game, but I think that is a really good way to start your career. And let's keep this sim going. We're going to finish this off the end of the season and see what happens with the Lions and Giannis. All right, so the Lions just missed out 7-9, or not really just missed out, but they finished 7-9 on the season. But guys, you know, we want to look at the stats and see what happens with what happened with Giannis. Let's see what he ended up finishing with. And he finished with 939 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns. So really, after that one game that we controlled, he had around 780 yards and 5 touchdowns. But that's not too bad for a rookie, his first year in the NFL. Let's go forward and see if maybe we also need to change. You know, he doesn't have the speed that we need usually from a wide receiver, but he does have that deep ball potential, which, I mean, 15 yards per reception, and he only had 59 receptions. I mean, that shows you right there. They're throwing a lot of deep balls to this guy, and he's making a pay. That's a pretty decent first year, especially with Jared Goff as your quarterback. No hard feelings there, just picking around. Let's go ahead and fast forward through the next season. All right, guys, here we go at the start of season 2, and we got 2 development points we're going to put on Giannis here. We're going to keep this deep threat going. I'm hoping that maybe if we give him enough deep threat abilities, that he will actually get some speed, because that would help him out tremendously. Already going to be an 88 overall, and no speed there whatsoever. He does have a star development rate that is awesome to see. So 88 deep threat, and Giannis is looking good. 97 acceleration. Looks like his jumping, his deep route, I don't know if any of that went down or not. I'm really not sure. That short route we probably really need to work on. That would probably help him, especially in the simulation, with him kind of set at slot. Let's upgrade all these players, and we are going to go ahead and start this season and see what Giannis and the Lions are going to look like in season 2. All right, we just upgraded Giannis here at the end of the season. 91 overall. We finally got some speed, and Giannis is looking up. Everything's looking good for him. 91 overall. Let's see. I don't think the Lions made the playoffs this year. Again, they've actually finished worse, 4-12. Oh, wow. They actually did a lot worse for whatever reason. Jared Goff had 26 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. They did draft Zach Wilson in last year's draft, so Zach Wilson might be starting sometime soon. I don't know. We'll have to see. Giannis, another good year, 1,000 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, 14.5 yards a reception. So he does get more receptions, more yards, less touchdowns this year, but he is doing his job. Giannis looking good for the Lions, and you know, he can't do it all. We gotta get him some help. And offense, we have one of the worst offenses in the league, 24th in the NFL and 26th in defense. So this Lions team's really not that good outside of the Greek Freak. All right, everybody, in year 3, Giannis and the Lions can make it into the playoffs wild card spot, going up against the Saints. But before we go, it looks like the Bears actually took the NFC North. We must have lost a head-to-head game to them. We got to check out these stats. You know what it is. Jared Goff is still the quarterback of the Detroit Lions. 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's pretty good. But what we want to see are these, receiving numbers. Giannis has a down year. I mean, the dude is 6'11", throwing the ball, only 46 reception yards. He had 683 yards in the air, still 14.5 yards and 5 touchdowns. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that's tough to see. Let's look at Giannis's overall stats in his career, and this is definitely his worst year so far. He's only had 1,000 yard receiving year, but he's not even had double-digit touchdowns yet. That's kind of sad. I would definitely have thought, especially after these first 2 seasons, that he would have taken the leap needed, no rushing yards whatsoever, to get it done. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Jared Goff. Maybe it's the offensive scheme. I really don't know. Let's see. I don't think he's won any awards. No, he has not. And we're going to fast forward. Actually, we're going to play in this playoff game, see if we can't get him a win and kind of like spur a little bit momentum for the Lions. But let's get this going. All right, here we go, guys. Going up against Sean Payton and the Saints here in the Superdome. So we're getting the ball first, 3rd and 3, and you know what I'm doing. You know we're throwing it deep to our man Giannis, and he is in the slot right now. Okay, I put him in the slot because let's see if he can't get open. There. Oh, and Jared Goff just throws a complete duck. We're gonna have to play the next moment. Oh, they want it. Yes. Let's do 3rd down. Oh, come on. No, we're gonna go for it. If you're gonna make me do, it pulled me in to do it, and then it's gonna be a punt. Get out of here. We're just gonna run an in route on Giannis. We're gonna have Corey Davis just go streak and clear out some space. There we go. Truck. No, he has no streak whatsoever. But Giannis catches his first pass of his first pass of his playoff career. But we're going to keep throwing this ball. Giannis in the slot again. And we had to move him to the slot because of Madden Sims. You have to, if you don't put that guy in the slot. Wow, look at the high point the ball. The simulation just doesn't give him any balls whatsoever. So that is what we have done. Giannis here. Can we just, I'm going to force every ball to to the Greek Freak. And ooh, that should have been intercepted. Can we throw a fade of some sort? Well, that'll work. Boom. There we go. Touchdown. The Lions. And I need to change his number to 34. I thought I had it in the draft pool, but for whatever reason, it switched back to 89. Let's continue the moments. It looks like we missed the field goal. Skip. We're not playing any D. The Saints go up by 1 with a touchdown here in the 2nd quarter. And we've got Giannis here. Throw him a deep ball. Let him high point it. And it's intercepted. Oh, man. That is tough to see. We throw it high, and that's kind of that's really embarrassing. I mean, look how much higher Giannis is on that play, and he just does not get it done. Who we got at quarterback here for the Saints? All right, guys, here we go. We are down by 11 with 1:28 to go, and we're throwing this ball deep. We're going to get some points right here on this play. It's a good formation. Throw it deep. And, oh, we can't come up with it. Giannis getting double teamed from the get-go. That was pretty close, though. All right, here we go. We've got him in the slot. This is perfect. Right what we want to see. Right over the middle. We've got a flag on the plate. That's probably face mask. Trying to grab the big guy down any way you can, and you grab some face mask. That never works out for you. And we're going to keep throwing him the ball. This is the Giannis show. Ooh, that could have been intercepted. Good thing I'm playing on arcade mode. Another good in our catch for the Detroit Lions. We're going to do with this route here. I want to throw this into the corner, and we're going to just throw an absolute bomb. See if he can't catch it. And he does. Touchdown, Lions. We bring it within, 4 points? All right, guys, here we go. 3rd and 8, and we are still down by 14. The New Orleans Saints are giving it to us. There he is on the outside. Giannis doesn't have the speed to break away, but he does have the body and the strength. Not even the strength, really. He just has the height and the jumping ability to go up and grab that football. We're going to grow, again, throwing it deep every chance we can. We're throwing it deep to our man. There he is again. Touchdown. This is so fun to watch. It's just throw it up and let him get it. It's like a creative player. 6'11", 220 pounds. This is crazy. All right, the Lions are down by 7. I don't think our defense is going to be able to stop the New Orleans Saints. No, we're down by 7 again. We got to take control of this drive. 3rd and inches. We're not passing it. We are not passing it here. We're throwing this ball. And we're not throwing it to Giannis. We need to pick up a first down. There we go. All right, here we go. Big into the game drive. We need to score and take a lead here. And we're punting at 4th and 9. I don't think so. We're going for it all. The new coach for the Detroit Lions, super aggressive, trying to win it right here with still 3 minutes to go in the game. And oh my God, look who is open down the field. And we get a defensive pass interference because he was gone. Giannis had every right to that ball, and he was, I think he had 2 or 3 steps on him. We're going to accept that, and we're taking the ball at the 20-yard line. Let's run a slant. He doesn't have good short route running. Actually, he has probably some of the worst in the league, but he catches it over the middle in traffic, and he has good catch in traffic, so we got 9 yards pick up there. The Lions are tied here with 3 minutes to go. Let's see if we can't give this ball to Giannis right over the middle. Pretty simple. His, 3rd or 4th touchdown of the day? Fifth receiving touchdown of the day. So Jared Goff finding Giannis over the middle for the 5th time today. And one of the strongest connections in the NFL. All right, can we hold on to the lead? 3rd down, take control. We're going to skip all this. See if we can't get the lead, and we do. We score right before the end of the game, and the Lions beat Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints in a wild card game. Look at Giannis high pointing that ball over Marshawn, or it's Lattimore, Marshawn Lattimore, right? Can't think of his first name right now. And a lot of touchdowns for him. Look how big he is. He doesn't even fit on the screen. And the Lions take it to the Saints in a burner, 48-34, 472 passing yards by the Lions. 5 touchdowns for our man, the Greek Freak. And we're going on to the next playoff game. All right, we got some skill points here for him. Let's keep going with a deep threat. I mean, we're going to keep this, even though we're playing arcade mode, as realistic as possible. You know, we're just throwing deep balls to Giannis all day, every day. Get that release up, that medium route running up, because that's really not a strength for him as well. Let's go ahead and get these 2 players all set. Who are we going up against? The New York Giants. Now, let's advance the week, see if we can beat them. I doubt a 14-2, that 14-2 record, and we lose. We get shellacked, 38-7. And one and done in the playoffs for the Detroit Lions. All right, Lions are back at 4-12 this year. And man, this team sucks. I mean, they're terrible. Jared Goff, maybe that's a lot to do with him, but not 35 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's pretty good. I mean, I can't be mad with that. And Giannis, his best year to date with 1,400 yards in the air, 15 touchdowns. That's what I'm talking about. Finally got something going here on the offensive side of the ball for him. And if we look at his stats, I mean, this is by far and away his best season to date. I mean, 83, highs in reception yards, in receiving, in receptions, receiving yards, average touchdowns. I mean, he blew all of these away. Yards after the catch averages even more. His longest touchdown was a 93-yard touchdown. That's pretty good. Did he win any awards? He did. He got a Pro Bowl appearance. That is good as well. And how did he not win Best Receiver? Is he not going to get that? I know it hasn't officially came out yet, but we're going to look at the awards. Usually they don't change much at the end of the season. And if we go to the NFC, Trey Lance got Offensive Player of the Year. Fred Warner still doing good. And let's go to wide receiver. And Giannis did. First time, his 4th season, he finally gets, well-deserving for him, best wide receiver. 95 overall. His legacy score is only 1,000, so that's not really good. We got to get that up. He needs to get some championships. He needs to get on a team. We'll see if the Lions decide to bring him back. He does have a 5th-year option. I'm sure they're going to want to exercise that. But only 1 playoff appearance in his first 4 years for Giannis. I know he wants more. 95 overall, one of the best receivers in the NFL currently, obviously the biggest. Let's finish out this career. All right, so here we are in year 5. Giannis actually signs a 4-year extension or 4-year contract. And guys, look, wow. So he is averaging, his total salary is $51 million. Cap hit is 18.7 this year, but it goes all the way up to 20 and 22 million in year 27 and 28. He got a 36 mil signing bonus. And overall, I mean, look at Giannis, 98 overall. I mean, intangibles is 98. His size is only 76. I don't get how that's even possible. He got best wide receiver. He's only been the Pro Bowl once, which seems, I mean, as good as he is, it seems kind of wrong, but you know, that's neither here nor there. And he's had, I would say, 3 good seasons. That 23 year, not really doing a whole lot for whatever reason. I have no idea, but his rookie year, almost 1,000 yards, comes back and improves with 1 less touchdown, but over 100 yards more receiving. And then obviously last year, one of his best years of his career and the best receiving receiver that year in the entire NFL. Jared Goff is out. We got Zach Wilson in now. So they drafted him the same year that they drafted Giannis. And he is finally getting his chance to start. So we're going to see what happens here. The offense is looking pretty good. I mean, I think we've got Corey Davis, Giannis, Zach Wilson. Obviously, the offensive line is in really good shape. Still got DJ Hawkinson here, but the defense is really where our concern is. I mean, middle linebacker is very weak, along with our safety help. So the defensive line's not bad. Got Trey Flowers here and Okuda still holding it down. 82 overall. That's kind of disappointing for a first-round pick. And we're going to see if we can make the playoffs this year and try to get Giannis some legacy points. I want to see this dude get into the Hall of Fame. So what do you know? The Lions don't make the playoffs again, 7-9. Although that is a better record than what they had before, 4-12. And look at Zach Wilson coming out slinging it his first year as a starter, 39 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So hopefully that means that has a lot of touchdowns for Giannis. And yes, 1,300 yards through the air receiving and 16 touchdowns again. And you would like to think that that's probably going to get him best wide receiver again this year. Maybe there's somebody out there that did a little bit better that they might give an edge to with yards, but no, Giannis beats out Devontae Adams, and Giannis is going to be 2 years running the best wide receiver in the NFL, and I think we all know that's true. But man, we've got to look at what is going on with this Lions team. So we know that the offense is doing good as far as throwing the ball. Kendall Frazier, almost 1,000 yards rushing, not really that many touchdowns, but it's got to be on the defensive side of things. I mean, offense 28th in the NFL in offensive yards. So we're really not moving the ball. And defense, yeah, we have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. So, I mean, that's been pretty much the Lions, legacy so far. No defense whatsoever. And no rushing offense, just throwing the ball continuously. So at least that's good for Giannis. He's able to go up, grab some balls, and get some touchdowns, pick up some yards, those types of things. But we've really got to look at potentially trying to get him some help. So Giannis is officially a superstar. His 5th year in the league. We're 99 overall. I mean, this dude ratings is ridiculous. 90 speed, so we did increase his speed somewhat. His short route running is still very bad. I mean, for someone to be a 99 overall, short route running 75, and he's long-legged. It takes him a while to get started. Those types of things. And usually big guys in space aren't, or at least, in short bursts aren't really typically that good. So that's why I kind of had a terrible short route running rating for him, but we're increasing it. And that's probably what we're going to work on developing here now, because you see pretty much core attributes. Everything is in the 90s for the Greek freak Giannis. And let's look and see if potentially return man. Yeah, we don't want that. We're going to switch these up. Maybe we go with route technician, maybe. Matchup nightmare, so sharper cuts. I want to get something that's a little bit more his speed kind of. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's go with matchup nightmare. And then deep out elite, I think we'll keep that the same as well. Grab and go is not what we want. Short out. Red zone threat. Yeah, we got to go red zone threat. Red zone threat and matchup nightmare. I think that's perfect for what we've built. I mean, the Lions end up getting having Megatron. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these players. Then they get Kenny Galladay. And then they turn around and draft Giannis, the Greek Freak, Megatron, the Kenny Galladay to the Greek Freak. I think the Lions are probably pretty happy with some of their wide receiver choices in the draft. But we have got to get into the playoffs. And what do you know? We finished 7-9 again. And man, we just cannot get into the playoffs. I mean, pretty tough NFC North this year. 10-6 makes or wins it. And 8-8, 7-9, 7-9 for the Packers, Vikings, and Lions respectively. But let's look at what happened. Zach Wilson again throwing for 30. I mean, Zach Wilson's having a pretty good start of his career, that's for sure. Kind of Frazier had 1,000 yards receiving. What does that mean for us? Giannis actually does not do much of anything. Wow, he has 1,000 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns. Definitely a step back for him. And after winning back-to-back best wide receivers or best wide receiver awards in the NFL, he doesn't get anywhere. So that's tough. I don't think how many more seasons does he have left on his contract? I think he still has. I do have a skill point we could give him. We'll make sure to do that. But let's look at his contract. That's his career. Look at his stats. It's pretty good. I mean, he's had a decent career. Really, we need to continue to have some more of these seasons where he's putting up 10 plus touchdowns, around 1,500 yards receiving for him to really make a case for the Hall of Fame. And that's what we want, right? We want to see him make that. We also want to see him win a championship. Something that he's not been able to do in the NBA yet. But let's, again, look at this contract. And he has 2 more years remaining on his contract. And at a price of $20 million, $21 million, and $22 million. And he wasn't even a 99 overall when they signed him there. Now he's a net superstar X Factor, 99 overall. I mean, it's going to be tough to keep Giannis around in Detroit. And you got to also re-sign Zach Wilson as well. So somebody's got to go. It's going to be interesting to see if they keep both Zach and Giannis in the same or on the same team, both in Detroit. We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and fast forward to 2027. Hopefully things will be different. Mediocrity again. The Lions finished 8-8, and man, I'm starting to feel like Calvin Johnson here. I mean, what talent we've got. Zach Wilson had a down year, 23 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, but receiving wise, Giannis didn't do anything. I mean, 847 yards through the air with 6 touchdowns. And man, Corey Davis, how did he get more touches than us? So 77 receptions, not really more yards, per catch, obviously, because we're averaging still 14.6, but 6 touchdowns. Definitely had a down year. That's tough to see. That's really hurting Giannis's career right here. And he's got 1 more year left in the tank before the Lions need to make a decision on whether to re-sign Giannis or not. And we'll see what happens there. All right, so here we go. I think this is the last year. Giannis has been in the league for now 7 years. 99 overall, 227, 6'11", 99 route runner, deep threat, 97 slot guy, 94 physical. It's funny for him to be so big and tall, and his weakest archetype is physical. But I don't know, guys. So far, I think his career's been kind of lackluster. I mean, he's had 2 really good seasons right here, and he's kind of fallen back off. I think a lot of that has to do with obviously Bryce Wilson. This is the 2 years that Bryce Wilson started, and he's definitely took a step back. If we go look at his contract, he only has 1 more year left on his contract, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens with Giannis. Let's fast forward to see if maybe in his last year, I doubt it, the Lions can actually get in. I mean, 82 overall, 84 offense, 81 defense. The offense actually has dropped. They were an 87 overall offense just 2 years ago. But of course, when you move one quarterback in for another, usually that tends to happen. And let's upgrade these players here. And we've got some work to do. Maybe if we upgrade, we'll see a change maybe in the team. And yeah, we did. We got defense moved up a little bit. That's good to see. Make sure to do that before we start the sim. And let's see what happens. And while again, what do you know? The Lions finished 6-10, 6-10, 7-9, 8-8. It's kind of what the Lions have done so far throughout their career. It's tough to see or at least through Giannis's career. It's tough to see that just happened to Giannis here. Zach Wilson, 28-12. He's starting to regress himself. Giannis comes through 1,000 yards, receiving 7 touchdowns. Really not getting a lot of help. Stephon Allen's doing okay as well, but he's our leading wide receiver, and he should be. But with a 99 overall, you're expecting to see a lot more from Giannis, and you're expecting to see a lot more from the Lions actually trying to get him the ball. If we go in the NFL, wow, actually the NFL, he still finishes top 15. There really wasn't that many guys that had 1,000+ yards. Antonio Burton, DK Metcalf with 13 touchdowns and right about the same amount of number of yards as our man Giannis. And I am going to be interested to see if they re-signed him. And the Lions do. So Giannis, guys, look at this breakdown of year by year. So Giannis is probably going to finish his entire career out with the Lions. And he's probably still got another, he's 28. He might have another 7-8 years left. So there's a good chance that he probably will finish out his career with the Lions. And 70 million signing bonus. Guys, in 2032 and 2038, 26.5 million a year, 28. I don't know how they're going to be able to re-sign anybody else. All right, here we go. Year 2029 for the Lions. And this is probably one of the best teams that the Lions have put together. Sad to say, 9 years into it. And 84 overall, 84 offense and defense respectively. Let's look at this. And I don't think they re-signed Bryce Wilson. So, yeah, we've got Bonner. James Bonner. James Bonner. Strong arm quarterback. So that actually bodes well for Giannis. So throwing deep balls, field general. That's pretty good. Throw power is 95. I think this is actually a really good thing for the Lions. So maybe we'll see some good things happen out of it. Let's see if they can make the playoffs this time, or at least be a little bit more competitive and give Giannis a little bit more touches through the air. And what do you know, 8-8 again, mediocrity at its finest. The Lions finished 8-8, which is pretty much the same, but James Bonner, okay, 40 touchdowns through the air, 10. So that's 10 interceptions. That's good to see. And yes, Giannis, he has his best year to date, no doubt about it. His best year to date. And if we go look at his stats, I think that's going to reflect, yes, his most receiving yards and most touchdowns. And it happened with a rookie quarterback. We love to see that. So hopefully this is good things trending in the right direction for the Lions and Giannis. Hopefully they can get him a championship. He hasn't got one in the NBA yet. I'm sure he will. But let's try to get him one in the NFL. Come on. Actually, before we go any further, I want to see if let's go to, actually, we'll go to career stats first. I'm kind of interested in seeing receiving wise where he's at. So 9,000. That's when you put things in perspective, he's only 3,000 yards from what TJ Hawkinson has. Now, Hawkinson's been in the league for 2 more years, but still, you'd like to see that a little bit more separation there. We go into, let's find the NFL, and we got Amari Cooper leading the charge. Is there anybody in his draft class like Jamar Chase? So we got 9 years. I'm looking at the experience level there. There we go. There's Tylan Wallace. Got more than Justin Jefferson, and Justin Jefferson obviously is a really good wide receiver. So, he's doing okay. He's doing all right. Nothing really too, I don't know, to brag about so far. But if we go to players, wide receivers, and we don't even have anybody. We don't want to do go active, not user. And Giannis is okay. He's third and right below Juju Smith-Schuster, who's won a Super Bowl championship and 3 yearly awards. Giannis has 5 yearly awards, but no championships and no Super Bowls. So we have got to get him some help here. My God, he's Larry Fitzgerald with 1,700. Larry Fitzgerald is one of the all-time greats, right? Dude is just awesome. He never got a Super Bowl, but we don't want the same to happen of Giannis. For all the yearly awards, to be such a great guy, great player, great role model, great leader, and not get a Super Bowl. Come on, we got to do something here. Offensive yards, 9th in the NFL. That's one of the best that we've seen it. I'm sure defense is probably terrible. 14th. Okay, defense was a little bit better as well. So hopefully this is a trend in the right direction. All right, year 2030. And the team actually went down as far as overall goes. 82, 83, and 81. I think we were all at an 84 overall last season. So I don't know. We'd like to think that that Bonner, James Bonner, has increased some. 82 overall. TJ Hawkinson is still here with us at tight end. That's pretty crazy. So, and then Giannis 99 overall, of course. And so you hope to think that with a more with the year under his belt, James Bonner can take us to the playoffs. Finally, here we go. We finally get into the playoffs at a 9-7 record. Again, the Bears just squeak out ahead of us, but we're wild card. We're going up against the Seahawks. And guys, I think I want to take control of this. I'm gonna take control of it. Let's go ahead and upgrade all these players, and we're gonna see if we can't get Giannis a Super Bowl here. I mean, this is crazy. But before we go, let's look at this. Let's look at the stats. All right, James Conner 28 and 11. That's really not looking good for our chances with Giannis, but 1,300 yards through the air, 8 touchdowns. Is that going to be good enough to get him wide receiver of the year? I do not think so. We're going to have to hope that best wide receiver there wasn't. Keyshawn Brown beat us out. We finished second, right behind Keyshawn Brown. And that would, I think now we have what, 3? I do believe we have 3 best wide receiver awards. We have a skill point we can't actually use right now because we're just so high overall. If we go to our, I believe it's under here, awards. Yeah, so we've made the Pro Bowl 4 times in 9 years, and we've won best wide receiver 3 of those 9 years. That's pretty good. We were league leader in receptions 1 year as well. So I mean, overall, it's a decent career. But really, what this is missing is obviously longevity. We got him stick around for a few more years, maybe another 5-6 years would be great. But we got to get him some championships, some Super Bowls, some NFC championships, something. You know, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till I think it's one of his last years before I actually take control over it. Maybe I should do it now. There's no promise that he'll ever get back to the playoffs, but let's see if they win. If not, next time we're in here, we're actually going to take control over it. And we lose 31-28, pretty close. We don't get it done. Let's see if 2031 is going to be a different year for the Lions and Giannis. Finally, here we go. The Lions 10-6 actually win the NFC North. But we're still in the wild card matchup with that 10-6 record. James Bonner, 26 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. So we won it with really a average performance at quarterback. Let's see what happens. Giannis, 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. So he's starting to bring it back up again. We love to see that happen for our wide receiver. And I'm sure with that, he is definitely going to be the best wide receiver. Yes, he was. Did he get offensive rookie of the year, offensive player of the year? No shot. I always just like to look and just see what the potential is. But that is good. Let's look at the career stats now for Giannis. 10 years in the league, 1,200 yards through the air, 109 touchdowns, and that's pretty good. That's getting him up there with the top of the wide receiver class, I would like to think. And yeah, I mean, he's AJ Brown is right there, and TJ McLaurin. So you got DJ Moore with the Buccaneers now. Wow. DK Metcalf still with the Seattle Seahawks. So Giannis has 1,200 yards receiving, 109 yards through the air with touchdowns. If we go to career, I just want to see how far away he is. I'm sure he's a long, long way off from, look at Jerry Rice. Wow. You've got a long way to go to even catch up to Jerry Rice. He's not even, on the list yet. We go to receiving touchdowns, though. He's getting close. So I think with, he probably has, let's say at most he has another 5 years in him, and he averages 10 more touchdowns during those 5 years. He's going to be within the Randy Moss, Terrell Owens type of range, and then he will be right there with Larry Fitzgerald. So I think we could be looking at one of the best receivers of all time with Giannis, and it's just crazy. That tells you how good Jerry Rice was. Holy crap, and the dude was just ridiculously good. here we are in the playoffs. I think we're going to advance this, see if we can't beat the 8-8 the Washington football team. And of course we lose. Of course we lose. We lose 28-31. Oh my God. So we can't even beat the Washington football team with an 8-8 record. And we have to move on to year 2032. All right, here we go, guys. We're in year, 10 or 11 for Giannis. And he finally had a drop in development at 98 overall. He's still superstar X Factor. So at least that's good to see, but we are starting to see some regression at age 31. So that means that we definitely are going to have to start focusing on that getting him into the playoffs. Because once we start to see this regression, see physicals drop down, slide. We can't even put any more development points into them. Actually, I lied. Yes, we can. So slide upgrade. There we go. Got break, tackle, carry, and catching traffic. So we moved all those back up, back to a 99. But I just wanted to let you know that we are pretty much at that spot now where he is he's starting to regress at 31. So we're at the tail end of his career, 11 years in the NFL, 99 overall. Will he stick around? Will he retire early? Who knows? But let's get this 2032 season under the way. Okay, we finished 7-9 again. I mean, I feel like Jeff Fisher and the Rams right now. I mean, 7-9. We just cannot get over this hump. And this is real. This is Giannis's last year under contract. So James Bonner, again, 24 touchdowns, 16. That's, again, doesn't really bode well for Giannis. And he did okay, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. And really, that's what we need him to average out for the rest of his career to be in that elite category of the Hall of Fame. And does that get him the best wide receiver again? I don't know. That's going to be close. I could see him getting beat out. Keyshawn Brown beats him out again with, oh man, he wasn't even nowhere close. He was 7th or 6th on the list. So that was his last year with, I think, the Lions, unless they re-signed him, which maybe they did. They would be stupid to let him go. We've got a skill point. Let's put this in. Increase that slot. And let's look at his contract, see what he has left. I mean, the last few years have been really good. Some of the best of his career, really, if you look at it. And 1 year left, so I don't think they're going to re-sign Giannis. We'll have to see what happens. So Giannis does have 1 more year left. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just looked at the numbers wrong. So we still got 1 more year, 2033. I thought maybe this was his last year, or maybe they gave him a 1-year deal. I'm really not sure. 98 overall. He has regressed some. Giannis has regressed some here. Still superstar X Factor, double knee. But if we look at his ratings, his speed has went down too. And when you start to see speed drop, it's not something that you really like to see. But jumping is still there, catching. I mean, short route running. The dude's still a really, really good wide receiver. There's no denying that. So I was here in the offseason because I wanted to see if there was anything that happened. But we're going to go ahead and go into this next year. Well, you guessed it, 6-10. We finished the bottom of the NFC North. Once more, this is this is tough to see. We're like wasting the career of one of the best wide receivers to ever grace the NFL. James Bonner did have a better season, 31-10. Giannis, 1,400 yards receiving, 14 touchdowns through the air. So again, that's really good for Giannis. He's packing. He's starting to stack up some numbers here, and that's good to see. If we go to his stats, his career, really one of the better seasons for him. There's only been a few times that he's had a better season. Maybe 2024, you could argue, was a little bit better, but that was top three best seasons for him already in 13 seasons. So that's a good thing. And he's getting close. He is getting close to some of the all-time greats as far as career numbers go. If we go to career yards, there he is. He's just beat out Tony Gonzalez. He's closing in on Isaac Bruce. And I think next year he's going to be all the way up here with Julio Jones and Larry Fitzgerald. We go receiving touchdowns. And he's already, guys, he is already top four. Top four. He just beat out Chris Carter this year. He's got Terrell Owens, Randy Moss. He'll probably take another 2-3 years to get above them. I don't know if he's got that much left in him. That's for another discussion, I guess. If we go to active, let's go to active. No, we'll go to all. We'll go to wide receivers. And There he is, Giannis. 11 yearly awards. He just doesn't have the championship that Larry Fitzgerald did that year that they lost to the Steelers in the Super Bowl, which was one of the best Super Bowl games I've ever seen. And is that Kwame Brown? Is that the guy that keeps beating us out already? He's got a Super Bowl, 3 championships, 11 yearly awards. So, wow. What is he looking like as far as ratings go? Just 94 overall, speed. Oh, man, he's got really good speed. Let's go to his stats. Wow. He had 4 rough years to start off, but ever since then, I mean, he's Keyshawn Brown, not Kwame Brown. Keyshawn Brown is right there. That's somebody we're going to keep our eye on. So it looks like the Lions re-signed Giannis once again. Let's look at this contract. This is always fun to see how much this dude's getting paid. And 4 years. So he's finishing his career with the Lions. So this is all we've got. Next time he makes the playoffs, we're taking control of this thing, see if we can't win him a Super Bowl. And man, that's a 60. This dude is racking in $25 million a year in year 2037. So the Lions are going to stick with him throughout his career. And James Bonner, age 32, 81 overall. He's here for a few years as well. So let's see if in 4 years, if the Lions can finally get a Super Bowl victory for Giannis. Can this be the year that the Lions make it? This is one of the worst offense teams that we've had back when we had Jared Goff. So we went through Jared Goff, Bryce Wilson. Now we're on James Bonner. And this team went through some quarterback changes. But here we are. Let's see if we can make the playoffs here. I'm hoping that we can. 5-11 goes the Lions. Are getting worse. We actually had a situation that came up with Giannis was actually upset because he wasn't getting the ball enough. So I don't know how he did. And okay, 1,400 yards, only 7 touchdowns though. So maybe he wanted more touchdowns. I don't know. Maybe 100 receptions. Is that the most receptions that he has had in his career? I would like to think he does. 97 overall. He's starting to drop a little bit. So I don't know if he might retire still in the 90s. Let's look and see. I don't know. Oh, last year he had 102. He had 105 the year before. So one of his best years as far as getting the ball, but it did not result in him getting into the playoffs. Guys, if we get into the playoffs before he retires, we are going to try to win this dude a Super Bowl. But with that, let's look again. We're getting close, and I like to look at these career numbers for him. Receiving yards, there he is. 1 more year, and he's going to be number 2 all time. He's 6,000 roughly away, so that would probably be another 5 years to get him the receiving yards list. So maybe he could get that. I don't know. I don't see him, guys. He's getting close. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if he can catch Jerry Rice. He's going to have to really step it up in these latter years. All right, the worst team the Lions have assembled, and guys, Giannis is not even the best player on the Lions anymore. With a 93 overall, he's dropped 5 development points or 4 development points. But our outside linebacker is our best guy now at 95 overall. The defense is now the strength of this team. So I think if we can just throw it deep to Giannis, get him the ball, score some touchdowns, let the defense take over, we might just be able to get into the playoffs. Guys, the Lions have made the playoffs with a 12-4 record. And how fitting is this? Giannis, he said, "Coach, I've been playing a long time and I've accomplished a lot in my career. I've never won a championship. I'm going to do everything I can to change it." So Giannis has been maxed out. So we got to do it, guys. We have got to do it. Team leader wants to talk about the playoff push, and he says that he doesn't think he's coming back this season. So this is Giannis's last season, or at least it could be. I've done this before, and they've actually came back and done it for 1 more year. But a very good chance this is Giannis's last year in the league. Let's get him a championship. Let's get him a Super Bowl. 12-4 record going up against the Saints. Of course, we're going to play that game. We're going to do the whole thing. You know what I'm talking about. James Bonner said the whole thing. We're going to play the games. James Bonner, 42 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's really, really good. What did Giannis do? Wow. 1,400 yards, 19 touchdowns. One of his best games or seasons of his career. Was that his best season of his career? I'm not sure. He put it all out on the line, 19 touchdowns. I think that is the most he's ever had. The most receiving yards he had was 1,584 with 105. So it's right there. It's right there. I mean, if you value touchdowns, obviously that's really good. He didn't get as many catches or yards as he did that previous year when he had 18, but still, that is really good to see. Awards now, guys. 9 Pro Bowls in 14 years. He was the league leader in receptions twice. And best wide receiver. He got it this year, I do believe, 2033, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times in his career. Here we are, we're 2035. I lied. So let's actually see if he gets it this year. I want to soak in all this before he retires. And James Bonner won MVP. So our quarterback won MVP. That is good to see. He also got Offensive Player of the Year. Best wide receiver goes to Giannis, the Greek Freak. 1,400 legacy score. So he's approaching that. Larry Fitzgerald. So he'll win a reward. I'm sure he'll get a Pro Bowl. If we can get him a Super Bowl, he'll definitely take over that spot. Let's go to NFL record holders. And guys, if we go to receiving yards, you'll see that Giannis is now second of all time, right behind Jerry Rice. 1,400 yards or 4,700 yards roughly. So that'd be probably another 3 seasons if he got around 1,500 yards each season to even catch Jerry Rice in receiving yards. That's pretty crazy. And guys, 159. He finishes second all time behind Jerry Rice as well, but he might not be done. We don't know. But we're going to do this. Let's get this ball rolling. Here we go. Hosting a playoff game for the first time in Giannis's career. And let's take a lead, guys. You know what I'm doing here. I mean, this is all about Giannis. I'm throwing it deep every time, whether it causes us to lose or not. I mean, if he's in the lineup, we're throwing him the ball. I mean, it's as simple as that in my eyes. Let's see. Let's throw it. Throw it deep. Look at him go. Let me take over and just moss the receiver. 56 yards. And man, that is amazing. It's so fun just to throw him the ball and watch him go up and get it. Where we got Giannis right here in the slot. We're just throwing streaks all day, every day. When you've got a receiver of this caliber, why not? Look at that. Throw it. He can't guard him. He's got to hold him. All right, here goes Giannis again. We're going up. I don't know who this is, but I mean, we've got everything but speed on him. Let's throw it deep and perfect. Oh, he doesn't get his foot in. The Hall of Fame receiver does not get his foot in. Guys, what? I can't believe that. Let's see. Let's run a smart route here. There he is. Catch it. Oh, we just miss it. 1 yard line. I'm going to try to get Giannis's touchdown here. We're going to run an out pattern. I'm going to block here. We're going to have Apparel run like this little stick route. There we go. Touchdown. Gets his feet down, and the Lions go up 7-0 in the playoffs. Here we go. We got the ball down by 1. Defense not doing its job. We've got to score. Here, let's see what we got here. See if we can't catch this ball, and we do. He just catches everything. It's just whether he gets his feet down or not. It's so fun to watch. All right, I'm going to throw a deep route here. There he is. Beat it. Second touchdown of the day for Giannis. And the Lions are going to go up 13-0 if they can kick the field goal. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's just play key moments here again. And we do. So we're up by 6. All right, here we go on the 8. This could solidify it for us. If we can get a touchdown here, this could possibly get us where we need to be. And that's the 3rd time we've not been able to get our feet down in the end zone. Giannis got to work on those feet, those toe taps, man. You're an old Grizzly vet now. You got to make sure you get those balls in. There we go. Catches it in traffic, touches down. 3rd touchdown of the day for Giannis. All right, guys, here we go. Turn of events here. We actually are not winning anymore. Their defense has done its part in making this a game. And I'm throwing it deep. 3 people. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Giannis is going to go up and catch it against 3 guys. Please, let's get a replay of that because that was ridiculous. And he better be in his zone after a catch like that. James Bonner throwing it deep, about what, 50 yards down the field against three guys. Look at that. That's just not fair. It is just not fair. All right, we get it done. Giannis with 11 receptions, 189 yards, and I think he had 3 touchdowns. Pretty good game. So we're going right into the next one. All right, guys, here we are going against the Cowboys, and I heavily influenced that game. So we're just going to we're going to skip the moments. We're only going to go in here when we need it, just to see if the Lions can actually pull it out on their own. And here we go, all the way in the second quarter, and it is a tied game, 0-0. Lions still haven't scored. We got 2 minutes to score. Let's do our part. Let's see if we can't break the seal here for both teams. Defensive struggle, and I think I've got the player to get us out of this. And I've got Giannis in the slot because he gets more touches whenever you when you do sims. There he goes. Pass interference, just what we wanted. Here we go, hitting this into the corner with Giannis. This should be an easy touchdown, all things considering. Oh, he catches it. Does he get in? He gets stopped right at the 1 yard line. James Bonner just letting that ball go off right on time. That was a good release with the pressure in his face. And looks like we're playing a little zone, so this might be a hard completion. Oh, nope, it's easy. Touchdown, 7-0. All right, here we go, 3rd and 6. This is in the fourth quarter. If we can get this first down, this will solidify us winning the game. There's no timeouts left. And, I mean, who do you throw it to other than Giannis? And this dude is just, I mean, no wonder he doesn't catch as many passes or he doesn't have as many yards because he's always getting held. I mean, that's an option we really haven't considered, right? I mean, if you're so big and so physical and you're unguardable, people are just gonna foul you, just like they do in the NBA. And actually, I don't want to sim this. Let's just jump forward to the end of the game. And you just can't rack up points or you can't rack up yards. And I think that's what's happened over Giannis's career. We win. We're going into the NFC Championship game. All right, here we go. We're hosting again, holding the NFC Championship game in our stadium against the Los Angeles Rams. And guys, again, I'm just going to skip forward through all this. Rams do score 3 and go up, but we're only going to jump in when needed. Lions are up now by 7, or up by 4, 7-3, now 7-6. Lions again score to make it 14-6 here. Let's see if we can't keep a lead before going into halftime. And we do 21-6, 21-13 now into the third quarter. Can the Rams answer back? They score a field goal, but the Lions come back down and score another touchdown. So now we are up by 12 with only 2 minutes left to go in this game. And it looks like, guys, Giannis is going to his first ever Super Bowl, beating Sean McVay. And I doubt Aaron Stafford or Matthew Stafford still with the Rams, but they do move ahead and go into the Super Bowl. James Bonner, Giannis, trying to get a championship. Lions and Browns, this would be a Super Bowl that I think I'd be interested in watching. 2 teams that haven't been in the Super Bowl in a long, long time. I don't know if the Lions have ever won a Super Bowl. I can't remember. Let me know down in the comments. But without further ado, let's get this game started. I want to make sure that I was actually doing play the moments. And we're going to do the same thing. We're only going to jump in when needed and hope that Giannis can get a Super Bowl. All right, where are we at? We're at US Bank Stadium here. Where is that? In Indianapolis? Where's US Bank Stadium? Why can't I place it right now? Doesn't matter. Tied game, 7-7 going into, we're up 14-7 here in the second quarter. Tied game again. This is a good game. This is a good game. Lions take a lead with 2 minutes left. Now the Browns come back and score with 2 minutes. And it looks like we've got to take control here with a minute left. We're going to try our best to get a lead before halftime so that we've got some momentum going into half. And here is Giannis here. We're going to hit him on this dig route. There he is all day. And he catches it. I wonder how many catches that is for Giannis so far. Let's see if we can't wait and see. The dude is so big, it's ridiculous how big he is over everybody else. Still not showing. 159 yards passing. It's not going to show us. Let's continue to the next moment. We'll play it. Now let's see if we can't get, let's run this. Something simple. There he is. Catch it. And he just doesn't quite get into the end zone on the 1-yard line. There he is. That's 4 receptions for 52 yards. So he's not had a really big impact so far in the Super Bowl. But let's see if we can't get this off before the end of the half. And we do. We just get it off, 1 second left, and Giannis scores a touchdown in the Super Bowl. All right, so that means that now we've got to do our job on the defensive side of things and hold off the Browns. And we do. We score another touchdown, going up by 14. And guys, I think we might have done it. We might have done it. Giannis is going to win his first Super Bowl in his last year in the league, unless he decides to come back, come out of retirement, pull a Rob Gronkowski on us, Brett Favre. 45-29, we give a thrashing to the Browns. Even though it was a really close game at halftime, we come out in the second half as ours. And the Detroit Lions are Super Bowl champions with Giannis, the Greek freak. Let's watch some of this come in. This has been a fun career sim. Again, I don't know if it's completely over yet. We'll just sim through what's left. And the Browns are heartbroken. The Browns are heartbroken. I want to see who gets the player of the game. Maybe Giannis gets it. Maybe he gets Super Bowl MVP. It'd be fitting for him to get that in his last year. And it looks like James Bonner gets it. 310 yards with 2 touchdowns. 73% completion percentage. But let's stack that up. Yeah, Giannis only gets 8 receptions, 83-yard touchdowns. The Browns did everything they could do to stop Giannis from scoring and taking over the game. If we go here, he only had 1 touchdown, which is the one that we threw him. So pretty much all the yards came off of what we threw. The Browns' job in that game was stopping Giannis, and that's what they did. But it still cost them a Super Bowl victory. And I'm sure we're going to have a message here at the end of the season. I'm sure that's probably going to be it for Giannis. Let's go ahead and upgrade all these players. Do we have anything left? Here he is, veteran leadership. We did it, coach. I can't believe it. Couldn't ask for a better end of my career. I finished the paperwork last year, and it's going to be official today. I played my last game in the NFL, and I want to thank you for everything. Giannis retires at the end of the season. He won a Super Bowl after 15 years in the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins a Super Bowl. That's so cool. He winning it at the end of his career. They were NFC champs. They won the NFC North. He was the best wide receiver in the league this year. He had one of his better years at where is it at? Oh, it's not there no more because he has officially retired. But if we go into the record books, we will see the name Giannis stamped in history forever. 1,800 yards receiving, second all time, 159 yards or 159-yard receiving touchdowns, second of all time behind Jerry Rice. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the content. Smash that like button, subscribe if you want to see more of these types of things. I think they're really fun. I think we might even do Zion Williamson. I think he'd be cool. Maybe linebacker, running back, tight end, something like that. I think that would be cool to see him. Maybe at a running back. I think it would be more fun. But guys, I enjoyed it. I hope you did. I'll catch you later. Floopy out. Giannis, one of the greats.